Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 210. It's 210.
Yeah.
I remembered. You all saw it, heard it. Sound.
Sure. I also heard that really long pause, too. Like you were looking at something.
Could have been edited.
Yeah, for all we know.
Okay. Does anyone really expect me, Casey, hi, by the way, I'm Casey, would
Height of
spend
professionalism.
the effort it takes to actually fix an episode just to make me look slightly less of an idiot?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the very start of the episode, so it's not like you're taking a lot of effort.
I mean, if I was going to do that, I'd just restart the episode.
We've
Like you
also
said.
done that.
Yeah,
Yep, we've also done that.
You guys suck. Okay, so... so we got... Kenshi.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618. Get in touch with your local independent wrestling promoter, and maybe for a low price, Kenshi618 can also come to your hometown and get beat up.
Wow, I'm a big fan of that deal.
I'll bet you are.
Disclaimer that low price includes the price of a plane ticket.
Yep.
Depending on where you are, that low price may not be quite so low.
Is it
I've
really
actually
worth
been
it?
told boxing is pretty big in Iowa, so they might be open to that idea.
There's lots of indie wrestling promotions in Iowa. I could actually probably go out there.
Zero's here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Zero. Nice to meet you all. This is my first day on the job, but hopefully we can all get along.
I thought last week was your first day on the job.
This guy sounds like an asshole.
Fucking
good
new
fire.
guy.
I hate him already. It's nice to see you.
Hey, what's up? I don't have a tagline. I can't think of one. Whatever, fuck it. I have 2,000 hours in a Rome grinder. Fuck off.
I think that's a problem.
Shut up.
That's his intro. That's good enough.
Get on his level, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
that's what I was saying.
I'll waste my life at an exponential rate if I do.
Well, not get on his level. Get on his... What's the reincarnation mechanic in that one?
Abdicate.
What the heck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Turn that into a noun.
Get on his abdication?
No, thank you.
Also, we have a guest. Hi, Ethan. Ethan's here. Yay.
I put on a shirt for this.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, why did you
why?
put on a shirt? This is audio only.
Because
I
it was
do-
cold.
Fair enough. I do this
Okay.
shit.
You didn't
with
put on a
some
shirt for this. You put on a shirt because you were cold.
Listen. If it weren't for this, he'd probably be in bed under covers or something where it's warm. So, in theory, yes, he did put a shirt on for this. I'm making assumptions here. I have no idea what's happening.
No, you're right. I had to set an alarm for this, Jim.
Aha!
Follow
You
that
could just
logic.
wrap yourself in a blanket, too. Also, can somebody boost in his mic? It's kind of quiet.
Yeah. Well, you can yourself. Just right-click on his name and volume up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Works.
I mean, yeah, I can understand that. I did the same thing this morning when I got up. I stayed in bed for an extra hour because I was cold. Also, there's going to be a blizzard tomorrow, so that's fun, too. Oh, because that's a really good segue, I'm going to fucking segue from that. So, people may be aware that I'm having some computer troubles. So I had some fun trying to fix my computer last week.
Oh, God.
So, the fan is basically on its last legs because I don't maintain my computer at all. And I think it was like an old case to start with. It's the one that came with the case. So, I was like, okay. I can order a new fan and get it here in the next day or so because I have Amazon Prime, and that's awesome, by the way. People should have Amazon Prime if you use Amazon a lot. It's really, really good. So, I order a new fan. Turns out it's the wrong size, which I found out by completely taking out the old fan, which is an involved process if you're not familiar. and trying to put the new one in and realizing, oh, it's like a quarter of the size of the one I actually need. Oops.
Oops, is right.
If you weren't aware before, you're aware now that I'm not very good at computer repair. So, yeah, that was a failure. So I'm like, okay, how big is the actual fan that I need? So I take the fan out again, because I had put it back in because I hadn't thought this through. I take it out again, measure it, put it back in so I can look up a new fan that I can buy. Turns out, the fan that I have on this case, the slot on the case that I have to use to put in a fan, is actually a really awkward size. Because almost no one carries fans of that size. It's like 220 or something. Kind of ridiculous. Amazon, at the very least, don't carry those. And if Amazon doesn't carry something, that tells you something. So, yeah. Over an increasing amount of frustration, I decided, okay, fuck it. I've wanted to do a full upgrade for ages, so I'm going to do a full upgrade. And I have just found out I'm really in no fair state to actually build a computer from scratch, using only the parts. So, pre-built it is. So quickly look
Okay,
up.
I was going to joke that it's time to buy an entirely new computer for this one issue, but you actually did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I've done the same thing and then took a sledgehammer to the old one for not working right.
Casey, I feel your pain because I built my own computer and nicknamed it Jenga.
That's a good name, because if one part breaks, you just lose the whole tower. That's great. I like that name. It's a good name. Yeah, I mean, this computer that I'm using now is like 6-7 years old, something like that. I bought it years ago, like from parts. Had my stepdad build it because I don't know how to build computers, as we've previously in the story explained. So, yeah, I'm getting a new one delivered, and from the estimates of putting it together from the shop and delivery, it will show up probably sometime in the next couple of days. Funny thing about the next couple of days, there is a blizzard warning going on right now. So, that may or may not get here in that amount of time. And if it does, I'm kind of expecting the delivery guy to drop it while he's trying to walk uphill to where my house is from the street. Because everything's going to be iced over. And he's going to be
here
carrying
we
a
have
heavy-ass
insurance
box.
on mail packages. Do you have that? So if
What?
he does drop it, you'll get it reshipped or whatever for
No
free,
idea.
or
No idea. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's a good computer though. You know, I didn't really skimp out on it. It's gonna be an upgrade. It's gonna be an upgrade. So, 1070 graphics card and an i7 CPU. So, yay.
nice.
As I've said previously, I think that means I probably don't have to buy a graphics card ever again.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to buy another graphics card at some point in my life because I don't have a really good one. But I don't know how to buy them. I don't know how to shop for them because I don't know anything about computers either. So
Just do what I did and ask your friend.
The problem is my friend is Casey.
Hi.
Slicer lives in Iowa. He has to reach out to get connections.
I mean, it worked out for him, more or less.
It's true.
For some
I have
reason, you have problems with the capture software, but
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put that down to user error because it's fine for me.
pretty much.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would record when I don't mean to record, and don't record when I mean to record. So the solution was just hit the button again.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that user error. So, yeah, that's gonna get here, and it's gonna be cool. Like I say, I'm not gonna for regular games. I'm not gonna need to buy a new graphics card. Like, if VR actually becomes something that's kind of worthwhile, maybe I would have to try it and see whether my eyes work with it. That'd be
the next PC I want to get, I have a laptop. I don't actually have a full PC, but the next time I get a full computer, I want to have it be VR ready, if only so I can do stupid stuff in VR chat.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going down the hole.
Casey,
I'm
before
going-
you full and commit to that, there are sites that you can test your rig to make sure it's okay to run VR.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the computer that I got is like put together as a potential VR system, but
Oh, nice, okay.
that's for VR now. And if VR actually gets to be like, oh hey, we can actually make games look, good, then I probably would need to upgrade for that. Because they don't right now. VR kind of looks shitty just in general. Yeah, so that was the whole buying a computer debacle. So as it stands... What the fuck? Oh, people pulling bins in. Yeah, that's how that stands. So hopefully that works out for me and I get a new computer and it doesn't get smashed on the ground in the ice and snow. Yeah.
In a kingdom of isolation, huh?
I couldn't remember the rest of the lyric. I knew someone would come up with that. So.
Yeah.
Proud of yourself?
A little.
Oh! I don't know whether we talked about it last week. Did we talk about it last week?
I don't know. What is it? You were pissed off, so probably not.
Oh, Black Panther. Yeah, we probably did talk about
Not-
that last week.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Not- yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
I was barely present last week for reasons. Fucking phone connection bullshit. So,
We didn't really talk about it though, because I hadn't seen it yet.
have you know?
Yes, Casey. That's why I missed Reflux last week.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. It's a good film, right?
It was okay. I liked others better. It was good, but I liked others better.
I'd probably agree with that. Yeah. Good film.
That is not a popular opinion right now.
Yeah, it isn't. Kind of got that. It came up in casual conversation over the last week.
Like, to the point of you like it or you're a racist.
Yeah,
Kind of deal.
yeah.
Must have been a difficult thing to adjust to for you, Kenji, in specific.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Not a whole lot I can say about that.
I mean, the acting was good, the characters were good, the plot was... It was a slow start, but it was good.
Like, I don't know why it's not as good as to me as it is to other people. It's just like, I don't know what I expected going in.
I think the thing is with Black Panther specifically is that I feel like it's a movie I've seen before in terms of basic plot structure, because a lot of it just hits the same beats.
I mean, that may be it.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
you have, father character. Oh, what? Turns out father character is not as good as you thought they were. There's something else. Then you gotta fight this person who has the same powers as you. Man, makes me think of, I don't know, Thor,
Iron Man, or
Iron Man.
Captain America, or
I mean, they didn't really do that in Captain America, did they?
Not the father. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Doctor was technically the father figure in that. And he had to fight the person who had the same powers as him, which was Red Skull.
I guess. Yeah. But,
See, you can
They-
tell how far behind I am because I've only just watched Thor Ragnarok.
that's not that far back. That was the last one.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
That's-
November. You're
yeah,
And
good.
I
that's-
watched none of the other ones.
Oh,
Oh.
I probably should have led with that, but okay.
I mean, fair, but
don't watch Thor:
Yeah.
Dark World.
No, don't.
too late.
There's nothing you can. There's nothing to be gained from that.
Except for
Literally
realizing
nothing.
Christopher Eccleston was way too good for that film. Poor guy.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch out for the Dark Elves.
The shittiest villain role I've ever seen in a Marvel film. Good God. Just nothing.
Dancing naked on top of the mailboxes.
I'm so glad Thor Ragnarok just threw away all the the bad parts of a Thor film.
That's in my top 5 of Marvel's cinematic universe movies.
I actually feel like it could have been a little bit more serious. Like, every single scene had to have a joke, which means that...
In Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good point. At the same time, they don't know what to do with Thor because all his other films were overly serious.
Yeah, I feel like Thor is a very good character to not take seriously and make a bit more of a comedy
Yeah, I
spin
feel
on the
like
character.
I feel like they've been kind of playing with the character to see what they can do with him.
Yeah, it was definitely a major improvement over Thor, but it just needs a little bit of a step back on the comedy front. That way, the good jokes always hit well.
Yeah, well, it was directed by a comedy director, so.
These are
Who was in the
facts.
film as well. He was,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Hey,
The Rock
guys.
dude.
And killed
I
the
love the Rock guy.
too.
I'm glad they got rid of
It's
the
kind of sad that
Jane, whatever her name character was.
Yeah,
And
Jane
it's
Foster.
such an abrupt way as well. Sorry she dumped you. It was a mutual thing. It was mutual.
Yeah, nobody liked her character.
No one did. No.
So,
She was utter waste of space.
I liked her sister.
Yeah, the one that was like, was it Two Broke Girls that she was on? The show? And then she was in Thor, and everyone was like, wow,
no
I hate this
idea.
character. It was weird.
Yeah, I just referred to her as Meow Meow.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Because that's one of her like famous lines from Thor.
meow meow.
Was she can't pronounce Mjolnir, so she just says Meow Meow.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
I did not remember. It's been a long time since I've watched Thor.
Which, that reminds me, funny story. I was trying to tell my niece about that, and for some reason I couldn't pronounce Mjolnir, couldn't get that roll of the tongue, and I ended up just screaming Meow Meow at her. And the worst part is she didn't even see the Thor movies, so she had no fucking idea what was going on.
Uncle
Guys.
Ethan just screamed meow meow at me for 30 minutes. I don't understand.
You guys, I want Super Troopers to come out. That's what this conversation made me think about.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Oh man, you still have. Oh, that's right. You never seen it.
You probably should.
You
It holds up.
Okay, you say so.
He's not gonna.
No, he's not
Probably
gonna.
not.
But, you know, it's a recommendation that someone's made, which means I never see it until I see it of my own volition, and then tell them in return that they should go see this film that I just saw because it was super good. Yeah,
That's meta and accurate.
I asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I aware.
At least you acknowledge it.
So, yeah. Other than that, other than computer troubles, I've been playing the Switch. The Switch is a pretty good console.
Yeah.
I bought Bayonetta 2 in box, in store, which is a weird experience because I don't do that shit anymore because PC gamer. But, yeah, that's a good game. Fun game.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually tried to go and buy Monster Hunter World yesterday, and fucking GameStop was closed. They closed at 6.
Yeah, they
And-
close
and
early
the-
on Sundays. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
and now I have to wait like 24 hours for my download to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Only 24 hours? Lucky.
Yeah, Casey, I'm kind of glad that Bayonetta came to the Switch because the Wii U was dead. It was so dead. And so more people get to play it.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I like the plot. I have no idea how far through I am. Probably about a quarter, maybe. But I might be lowballing that a little bit. I have no idea. There's no way to tell.
Yeah.
I played it very recently. I can tell you if you want. tell me where you are.
Sure. I just did the level where you get the sea serpent form.
You're about 2/5.
Yeah, you're
Sure,
still early
halfway.
on. You're
Okay,
still
cool.
early on.
Good to know. I was worried that
And-
game was going to be super short, but turns out no.
Yeah.
It
It's
is shorter than the first one, but that's more a credit to the first one because that game was forever.
yeah.
That's
Oh
a
yeah,
long time.
it had
It's
a bunch
a
of
bit
weird
shorter.
little mini levels of like, hey, you're playing fucking that one other Sega title that I've forgotten the name of, the one where you're fighting in like a plane or something.
It's a bit shorter, but
Afterburner. That was it. Afterburner.
there are like lots of extra bosses you can unlock after the game is beaten, and there's lots of extra weapons and stuff. So there's a lot of replayability.
Cool beans. Oh, other thing I figured out about the Switch though from playing it is
Hmm.
it is not a conducive controller to button mashing. That is not a good design for that.
Get a Pro controller.
Or better yet, get a GameCube controller with a attachment for the Wiimote.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't
I
work.
get confused as it is with how the buttons are placed because they're all wrong compared to the Xbox. And you want me to get a GameCube controller?
Okay.
That is my main
unless you-
complaint with the game. It
Unless
doesn't.
unless you grew up with a GameCube controller, it's
Okay, Zero just cut the fuck out there for a little bit there.
recommendation.
Just waiting for that to come back. There we go. Zero, do you want to repeat that? Because that got completely...
Yeah. For the Switch, you want to get the Pro controller, especially for games that require more button mashing. Because while the Joy-Cons are great for mobile, if you're going to play on a TV, you want the Pro controller.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh well. But, yeah, that's a good game. I'm probably going to download the first game as well because it came with the download code, because of course it did.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, I've been playing Golf Story because people recommend that. as a game you
Yeah.
should play if you're not going to play Stardew Valley because you already played it on PC where it's better.
No, I'm not even going to object to that because I played Stardew Valley on the Switch and I had some problems with it.
So, yeah, Golf Story. Pretty good game. Pretty simple game. It has a lot of fun with the story, particularly with how they do the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all in text boxes, so it's like the text boxes will go crooked if someone's like, oh, sad face. That's how they just sort of convey sadness, is the text box go, and deleting the text when they think, oh, I don't want to say that, I'll say something else. Like, protagonist arguing with his ex-wife who is telling him all about her new guy who is the vice president of a phone company and he has 6 phones. Main character's like, 6, that's a lot of phones. I have 7 phones. No, that's stupid. Don't compete with him on phones. I have 8 phones.
It sounds like a Tom's skit.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious story. Like, the whole premise of Golf Story is I used to play golf as a kid. Now I'm gonna finally get my life back together and go to where it all went wrong. Golf. And you can tee up anywhere on the map. Like, it's an RPG style map, and you can just kind of throw down your tee and just start hitting your golf ball wherever. And so
A
there's
lot of
overworld
the
puzzles.
quests involve hitting people in the face with golf balls. It's pretty good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Scene with the coach where he's trying to cook dinner and he's like, oh, so he's trying to cook a roast in a microwave. He's like, oh, the one in the picture is in tinfoil. And then the text just goes really slowly so you can piece it together. Now I understand.
Oh god.
Scene cuts back and everything's on fire. It's really good. It's a fun game in the terms of like fun to play and funny. It's really good.
Is
Very
it
much
on
recommend it.
the computer by chance? I haven't actually looked into this game yet.
I think it's
It's just for Switch.
I think it's just for Switch. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna get a Switch with my taxes, so yeah.
It is.
Ooh,
It
look
is.
at Slicer.
It's a
Doesn't have-
it's a really good portable system.
Slicer doesn't have important things to pay for with his tax return, so he's gonna get a Switch. You think you're better than me?
No, most of my taxes are going towards student loans.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
he was also a college student, Kenchi. He knows your
fuck
pain.
off!
Yeah,
Anything because he has a house.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's
He
better
does.
than all of us by default.
Yeah, but the thing is, him having a house just means he also has to pay a mortgage.
Yeah, so I'm bitching more.
Yeah. Zero, you were saying?
I was just gonna say, like, yeah, my Switch, I mainly play it undocked, even though I could just play it on the TV. I just like being able to play it in my room or just sitting down or whatever because it's just fun to not have to be chained down to the chair.
Yeah. Like, Nintendo sent me a survey today. I'm like, okay, I'll fill it in. Sure. Free points for whatever the hell that is. I don't actually understand it, but whatever. Free stuff. So I fill it in, and I'm like, what do you like most about the Switch? And I'm like, the hybridization of the system between handheld and console means no one has to miss out on handheld games because of the tiny fucking screen with the tiny fucking print. Which was my
Yeah.
side of it. So it's basically an inversion. It's the best of both worlds for everybody, and that's why it's great.
The 3DS is bad. Like, I love it. It has a lot of great games, but the resolution on that screen is terrible.
This is from a GameStop clerk, so take with it what you will. But apparently the 3DS is being phased out within the next year or two.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's absolutely true. There's been news stories about it. Yep. So that's really good news. Like, do you remember when we tried to do like Let's Plays on DS games and such, and the text was all like cramped and squished because the resolution was that low that it couldn't do text properly? Yeah. But yeah, Switch is great. Everyone loves it for good reason. Yay.
And soon they're adding in the Nintendo Switch rewards, like right at the start of March. So I can redeem my points I got on my Nintendo from buying all these games and get free stuff.
Woo! Free
Oh, is
stuff.
that what that does?
Yeah, you can set up a My Nintendo account with your Nintendo Network
Yeah, I did
ID.
that. That's what the
Yeah.
survey was from. Yeah.
So you go to mynintendo.com and then you can redeem your points for stuff. Once Nintendo Switch rewards launch in early March, I'm guessing you'll get free digital content and or lots of discounts on games.
I'd be cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my week, though. Yeah. It was more involved than usual because shit went wrong and then I ended up playing Nintendo for a bunch, so... Okay.
I have also computer trouble, so I can go next if you'd like.
Sure.
It's kind of a long story here, but I'll start from the beginning. I bought a laptop on Cyber Monday a while back.
Oh boy.
It's
Yeah,
November for you.
it lasted just around a month, just long enough for the warranty to be in question, pretty much. Return policy warranty kind of deal. So I contacted the seller, Starfell Entertainment or Electronics or something like that, some individual seller who was going through Newegg. They didn't get back to me, so I contacted Newegg and I'm like, hey, put in a ticket. Nothing's happening. What's up? They contacted me after a little bit of phone tag, and they're like, yeah, we can't contact them. They're not answering. It's kind of a problem. And then like a week later, Starfell finally got back to me and told me to send the laptop to somewhere in Illinois. I don't have it on me at the moment where it was. And I haven't heard anything back. That was like 3 weeks ago. So I don't have a computer, which I could have fixed, and I don't have my refund. So kind of a problem. Not really sure what I'm going to do about that. Probably contact them again. Maybe contact Newegg with like a scanned picture of my the U.S. Post Office receipt to prove that I sent it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out in the next few days. In the meantime, the new laptop that I bought is working great. I got to upgrade it a little bit. It's not quite up to the standards of what I need for graphical intensity or whatever. And speaking of games, some guys on our Discord discovered a bundle on Steam that is quite good. I'm not sure how long it's going for, but the gigantic bundle, you can buy like 15 games for $12.
Yeah,
none of the games are individually on sale.
Ninty's been talking about that. It's a bunch of games that no one would buy unless they were less than $1 each. Which, surprise, surprise, convenience of conveniences, they're all $1 each. So,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I would say I played the demo for Sky Hill, one of the games in the bundle, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's very linear. It's a point-and-click zombie survival game, but yeah, you're in the top floor of a skyscraper, and you have to make your way to the bottom floor, and the elevator's locked. So, yeah.
Do we know how long the bundle's running?
I don't know, unfortunately. I think since I've already bought it, I can't actually see it, but I can look it up real quick.
Probably a thing on that image that Ninty posted. I'll just scroll up. There it is. It says offer ends on the 6th of March, so yes, I can link that.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to check that out, there's, like I say, like 14 games or something in it, and that makes them all really cheap individually, even though you're probably going to only play like 2 of them, but, you know, it's the first Steam sale we've had in like 3 years. So
yeah, I will be able to give a better assessment of all of the games in the bundle for next week, because I got it, and all the games have, as of like 20 minutes ago, finished downloading. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. Let's see. Aside from that, what else actually happened this week? Watch some movies.
Getting advice from off camera microphone.
Yeah, it's nice. It's quite handy. Watch some movies. So that was nice. Ferngully. Never actually saw that one.
Really?
Yeah. No, I never saw it. I'm just not. I don't know. Not in my circles, I suppose.
Oh, Robin Williams. Why?
Not in mine
either. He was pretty
either.
good in that, honestly.
Really?
And yeah, he was actually really good. He was one of the standout
he was the bat
voice actors
that
of that.
raps.
I was a child when I saw this movie, so I don't have an opinion on it.
He rapped once.
Yes, he
and
did.
And the rest of it was just like... the rest of it was him, I don't know, putting his acting chops to work, because he did a lot of different voices and inflections and roles and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Apocalypse Now reference in a kid's movie. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen that one, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it was a weird film. Tim Curry was amazing in it, though.
In Apocalypse Now, or
in Ferngully, the smog thingy that he was.
Oh yeah, no, he was great. I didn't know who he voiced, but yeah, he was very nice. I wish that guy was a skeleton more. He's only a skeleton for 2 scenes.
I'm so confused by this conversation.
The villain of the film in Ferngully feeds on smog and oil and grime and stuff like this.
Pollution. He's one of the villains in Captain Planet, basically. Ferngully was a environmentalist film set in the rainforests in Australia.
Wow,
that apparently
this sounds just like Birdemic.
Right. So Texas is the villain's
No,
name.
Ken.
Yeah.
No, Ken.
Ken, no. Stop. Anyway, the villain starts out as like a small puddle of, I don't know, ick,
nastiness,
like snot, basically, and then he grows bigger as he absorbs more pollution. And at one point, he becomes a skeleton for like a scene, I don't know, like 30 seconds, and then at the end, he's a skeleton again. But I needed more skeleton. Oh well, whatever. I'm criticizing a movie that's like 30 years old.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of crap.
It was not great.
Wait.
The voice acting was really good, but like the movie itself was so predictable.
I feel like
no shit. It's for kids. The fuck do you want from it? This is the '90s, bruh.
Fair enough.
I'm
yeah, you're
pretty
not
sure
wrong.
Ferngully and Captain Planet were made by the same company.
What?
Probably.
I
They're
think it was
both
both
Hold
Turner
on.
Broadcasting.
incredibly environmental.
Captain Planet, he's a hero.
I'm not going to look this up. Who cares?
I'm looking this shit up. Fuck you.
The most important element to Captain Planet is heart.
It was not made by Turner Broadcasting.
Ah, okay.
Ferngully is Fox.
Okay. I thought
Do
it
you
was
think
a
Disney
mistake.
acquired the rights to it when they bought out Fox?
Let's hope not.
Fox only kept their broadcasting and sports arms, is my understanding. So, like their news broadcasting. So,
So yes, they do have it. Shit.
so Disney, if you ever want to make an environmentally friendly
Shut up,
film
Casey. Shut
with
up.
fairies, and of course you can't forget the canon of Ferngully 2, where that shitty dude bro fairy was like, let's go to a theme park, and then they spent most of the film riding rides at a theme park. I'm not making that up.
Okay.
That sounds atrocious.
I'm mad that you said that because I literally just clicked over to the synopsis for Ferngully 2 out of nowhere. And yeah, this doesn't sound good at all.
But
What were
it's
you
canon.
expecting? What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Okay, I know the best way to fix this problem.
Let's not.
Ferngully reboot.
No. Well, that's going to happen anyway. I put money on it's going to happen in the next 3 years.
Reboot now on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, basically, because they have it now. And pollution and global warming is a thing. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And if it does happen, someone give me money.
When are they gonna make a show based on the heat death of the universe?
You can get right on that, buddy.
Doctor Who already did it.
Ah! Guess I'll have to watch Doctor Who at some point.
Yeah, they made an episode that was like literally the end of the universe, and there was one planet that was still habitable, and they were
Was it
basically
Captain
just
Planet?
waiting for the end.
I
Isn't
see.
that the same episode Captain Jack Harkness comes back into?
Yes. Yes. Into the series.
Just
Also, the
each
Master
episode
comes
right
back
on
in that
the
one too.
outside of- Yeah. Man, I need to go rewatch Doctor Who.
The only
Do
stuff
you?
was good. Like, till you get to, like, just after that episode is where it all just kind of goes to shit for about a season. So, yeah.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate.
It being a three-parter, yes, that was kind of unfortunate. It's like a really good episode to start it, and then it's all downhill from there. Yeah. Oh well. Anything else, Lisa?
Yeah. Do you guys know how Marvel kind of takes a serious / comedic approach to a lot of things?
Yes,
Far more
Yeah.
comedic on Ragnarok, but whatever, that's a whole other thing.
that's why I love it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys have seen Peter Rabbit, but it's a very similar kind of deal where things are serious but also full of comedy, and it's actually really good. So if you guys have a chance, go see Peter Rabbit. Really good.
Huh? Didn't see that coming. All right.
Yeah, the girlfriend's a fan of it, so read the books and all that.
So is that a new film or an old film?
It's new.
New.
Oh, okay.
Fairly new.
Alrighty.
It's very Home Alone in its shenanigans in
That's
multiple places.
not
So if
exactly
you're
a
fan of those
ringing
movies,
endorsement, but sure.
in the kind
How
of
dare you?
I don't know.
How dare you say that it's not a ringing endorsement? Home Alone is the best. I will fight you and your family.
all right, that's probably not hard, but sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, nothing's really happening at work. My boss is off vacation, so I don't have myself. So that's nice. And I think that's it. Oh, I'm still playing Fallout Shelter. I'm playing it right now, actually.
So you're playing two idle games concurrently.
Fallout Shelter is not an idle game.
It's not an idle
a-
game.
It's more or less an idle game.
I finally trained up my questing teams and my exploring teams, so I have like 9 people that have max stats. It took me like 2 fucking weeks, but like, play it, play it. So much fun. I get to explore the wasteland and get a bunch of shit. It's great.
You know.
He's so excited about it.
I waited 2 weeks to train these fuckers.
But it's not an idle game.
Well, I mean, when you're training people, yeah, it kind of is. It's the waiting game. But like, I built my shelter in the meantime. It's just, you know, I couldn't explore or do quests.
Anything else, Liza?
No, that's it.
Ethan, what you got to talk about?
Well, work's going pretty good.
What do you do?
Been playing some. I'm a cashier at a grocery store.
Gotcha.
Oh, living the life.
Oh yeah, at least it's not minimum wage.
There is that.
Oh. At least they're keeping increasing the minimum wage in California. For no reason.
What's it at now? It's like $7.25 here.
It's like $11.
I fucking hate you. More than I make. Well, actually, no, never mind. I got a raise recently.
I mean, in fairness, if you do the whole cash conversion thing, there's like a little bit more than ours, maybe. Slightly. So, it's not exactly an unreasonably high minimum wage. Anyway, we're getting a little off track. Let's not go in that direction, shall we? Ethan, what you been doing?
Yeah, been playing Final Fantasy 14, trying to keep up that grind. It's kind of hard. Like, I really like that game, but I've been playing it for so long that it's hard to just get on and do dailies and shit.
Yeah.
I have a few
It's the problem
friends
with MMOs.
who are really into like Final Fantasy 14, and I've tried Final Fantasy 14 multiple times. I just cannot get into MMOs. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Isn't it great how more and more games are getting more like that?
But yeah, trying to download Monster Hunter World, that's taking its time. And only major thing is that I finally got Oblivion to stop crashing on startup.
Oh, good. Okay.
So it is no longer on fire.
You're a
So
better man than I.
Yeah, I've been enjoying that nostalgia trip.
I assume you modded it so that people don't have potato faces.
No, that's the main appeal. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why do you get rid of their potato-ness?
How else will I appeal to my potato fetish?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
What?
Fortunately,
Yeah.
the mod is way easier to install.
Sorry?
I said, fortunately, the nude mod is much easier to install.
Oh yeah, they've got to make that real easy to use because everyone fucking wants it.
The idea of a potato fetish. Just like, what do you do in your free time? Watch people skin potatoes? Is that your?
No,
is that where
that's
you
like
get your
snuff
jollies?
films for them. What's wrong with you?
I mean, true. I don't know. Where do we draw the line?
Yeah,
Is it
the
making the
highlight
potato
of my
nude or is it snuff? Yeah, sorry.
Does that mean eating
Go
potatoes
ahead.
I'm
is
sorry,
war?
I'm cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Why is this a conversation
In
we're
one
having?
week is definitely being able to go into the comment section, and when people ask me, "Hey, are you the same Ethan from the podcast?" the answer is now yes.
Technically speaking.
But yeah, that's about all I got.
Right. Who the fuck hasn't gone yet?
I haven't gone because nobody cares about me.
I haven't
It's
gone
true.
either.
Kenshi.
People, yeah. All right. So this was week number 2 of Kenshi's 3-week amazing wrestling tours. Let's see. Friday night, I had to go to freaking Maryland, which is like a 6-hour drive, and I got to team with a friend of mine. He's a big dude with a beard. He's scary looking. So basically, the tag match, because he was big and scary looking, he couldn't get beat up very much. So I took most of the beating. But I got to hit a dude in the throat with a staff. So that was cool.
Did he tell him, ha ha, now you've got a staph infection?
No, Zero, I did not do that.
Now you're experienced in taking pole. Huh?
Yeah, I carry a staff to the ring now. Cool.
That's pretty cool.
That is actually really cool. Like, if you're gonna have a gimmick, that's a strong gimmick.
Yeah, I can also take it apart and hit people with a part of it instead of the whole thing. Great.
I hope you know how to do like the staff tricks, like the spinning it and swinging it behind your back and stuff like that.
I'm trained.
The Darth Maul thing?
Probably.
Cool.
I've not thought to try it, but yes, I'm actually trained in how to use a staff, so I can do these things.
That's
so yeah,
awesome.
I'm trained in lots of things. You didn't know I could use a staff?
So you can say that you're very adept at working a pole.
Yes, I am. There's a shame to my game.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
it's a very select set of skills.
Yeah, so that was Friday night. It's a pretty good night. And then I had to drive 8 hours to North Carolina from Maryland to do a show the next night. And that show wasn't about shit, as far as I was concerned, at least. My friend had a title match. I was in a battle royal, and I was like, I really don't want to be in this battle royal. So I was like, okay, dude, you come in like 2 entries after me. I need you to throw me out. And I made him throw me out in the most hellified way I could think of.
Nice.
I shot him off into the corner, made him wait on me. And I flew at him with both my knees, and I had him catch me behind my legs and just like toss me over his head, and I went ass over tea kettle out.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. And I was only in there for like 4 minutes, and I had the biggest reaction of the night from how I got thrown out. So yeah,
I was actually about to ask how the audience like it, but it seems like they really ate it up, so that's cool.
Yeah, no one else had any actual like spots to be eliminated. No one had anything planned for when they got. I did, because I didn't want to be in that bitch. I hate battle royals. I hate them. They're so boring to me. Like, if you're not gonna win or be one of the dudes that are near the end, it's just you're walking around, kicking and punching, and that's it. You can't do anything. You can't do any moves in the battle royal because there's so many people in the ring. You're gonna like blow out someone's ACL when you slam someone on the ground. It's like it's not fun. You can't run off the ropes because everyone's at the ropes.
Yeah,
you can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess somehow, like in a backwards fashion, you came upon the most important thing for what you had to do was leave the ring in a flashy manner. Like, that's not why you were doing it. It's not because it was important to make it a good show, but you did it that way anyway.
For anyone that's into wrestling or wants to be involved in wrestling, you're going to work a lot of battle royals very early in your career. And there are 3 major rules to a battle royal that you need to keep in mind. Rule number 1, do not take a bump in a battle royal. Do not fall down in a battle royal, you asshole. Don't do that. Rule number 2, which is also kind of concurrent with rule number 1, do not lay down in the ring during the battle royal, asshole. People are standing / walking there.
That does seem like you'd just be in the way for no reason.
Yeah. Rule number 3, which is my favorite rule. Don't overstay your welcome in a battle royal, because if things don't stay moving at a good pace, the audience will get very bored of watching a bunch of big sweaty dudes punch each other in a ring for 20 minutes. People need to come in,
get the fuck out,
and it just needs to keep moving. Otherwise, it gets very boring.
It's kind of a law of diminishing returns thing.
For the day. That's my wrestling advice for the day. What else did Kenji do over the weekend? Oh yeah, I'm actually starting to win matches on.
Okay, Ken's cut out again.
Win matches on what?
Can we get a sound check?
Damn it! How much of that did you miss?
You starting to win matches.
Yeah, I'm starting to win matches on Fortnite now.
Oh, right. I thought you were still
Yeah.
talking
It's
about
that game
wrestling,
that
so.
I've never played
No.
and will
And don't
never
care
play.
about. Yeah.
I've been winning wrestling matches. Yeah, Fortnite. I'm really good at hiding like a bitch until the end.
Oh, wow. That's almost like that's the basic strategy.
Welcome to Battle Royale games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you hated battle
my
royales.
strategy,
Yeah.
But this one has guns.
Yeah,
So it's
some
different.
has guns and I can watch my friends lose in miserable ways. And they can be like, "How did you get out of that?" I'm like, "I'm not a dumbass." That's how I got out of it.
I like playing Battle Royale games where you just hide, which is all of them.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm not set up for battle royale games because I lightning round balls to the wall all the time. Hey, there's a guy. Let's go kill him. Oh, I'm dead. All right, whatever.
It depends on what you value. They count your kills. You get experience for kills and stuff. And the more people you kill, the better loot you're probably going to get.
That's
So
good.
you can totally do that if that's what you're down for. Me, I just want to test my mettle. Sometimes I fight. Most of the times I don't because I know I'm going to lose if I get into a fight with anybody. I don't think I've ever won a straight up fair fight with anyone in that game. It's either all sneak attacks with way overpowered weapons. I'll let the map sort them out.
The map sort them out.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I should put Fortnite Battle Royale on the link dump.
You sound so begrudging. You're doing it begrudgingly. Why? Is it a pain for you?
Because I kind of like the basic concept of the game of Fortnite, and now that they've just done the Battle Royale and are doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on that, and just not giving a shit about the actual game part of it, not so keen on it.
But don't you understand? We have to make more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds money.
To be fair, Fortnite, the Battle Royale portion is completely free.
It is, yes.
So,
But it's also now getting all of the content updates that the other game would have gotten if they were allowed to make a game that wasn't PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But they're not, so, oh well. Chase that ultimate money stream forever. I'll never actually get it.
I also am chasing the ultimate money stream forever, and I will also never get it. So I can't really hate too much.
I actually meant to ask, like, for the Battle Royale thing, that event, did you even earn enough money to cover gas? Like, how does that pay?
It didn't pay well. I'll tell you that much. I got enough to get gas because the promotion that I did it for actually likes me, and I usually do real matches for them that are very good. So the promoter paid me pretty decently for it, considering what I did.
Mm-hmm. They gave you a little extra to make it work.
Which is almost nothing. And but I did take a gigantic, oh my god, how is he not dead kind of fall out of the ring. Oh, and I smacked off the ring post on the way out, so everyone thought I hit my head. It was pretty great. I know how to make it look like I died. So
that's
You're a showman.
Skill.
Yeah. That's great until you actually die. No, that's a problem.
Have a career in such a way that
Great show right there.
Well, if that
Just
ever
holding you up and
happens,
you can hear the neck cracking from where you snapped it earlier. It's like, good buddy.
When you die, people are not gonna think, "Oh no, he died." It's gonna be, "Oh wow, he finally died, huh? Finally died for real."
Yeah, I'm not good at taking care of myself. If you haven't realized that by now.
I mean, Kenshiing yourself is a thing.
It's not a thing.
It is absolutely a thing.
There's an emote for it now on Discord.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
yes, there is.
Where is it?
It's a image of a broken bone.
It's bullshit. That's not a Kenshin emote.
I've been pushing that for literally years.
I've been stopping it for years. This isn't a thing.
You've been unsuccessful.
I don't think you get to decide.
It has my name in it. You're damn right I get to. I hate you guys.
Yeah, we're great. You're great
What's
too, I guess.
what's the text thing to add or to make that emote? By the way, is it just Ken in capital in parentheses?
It is. It is.
It is
Let me
Kenchi
double
618 in colons.
Yeah. That's what I named the emote. Because I was the one who made it.
No, it's
Yep.
not.
Yep.
Nope. Wait.
Colon Kenchi 618 colon. In the other one,
Mhm.
in the public one.
Oh,
In the public Discord.
Clyde,
yes.
Clyde the bot says it doesn't work here.
It's the one in the public Discord, not this one
Good.
that we're in right now.
Good, fine.
Everyone's
we
gonna be
can-
so confused, all of us just suddenly typing the fucking Kenchi emote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we already described what the emote is. It's broken bug.
This is bullshit.
There it goes. All right. Apparently, you got to capitalize Ken. That's great.
It's what he deserves.
No, I don't. I do this for the amusement and happiness.
You deserve the capital K is what I meant.
Oh.
Tag to put it in.
Fair enough. Okay, I think that's all I got. I don't really know how I can. Boy, I hate you guys.
Aw, I love you too.
Shut up.
Anyway.
So I guess I'll go next.
Real quick. Speaking of Kenchiing yourself,
Oh god.
when you're stripping wax off a floor, you put a chemical that's just called stripper on it. It makes the floor basically like you have soap on it. So I got new shoes recently, and the tread is different than my old shoes. And I took a quite the fall, just feet completely out from underneath me and slammed to the ground. But you know those stories about like drunk people or asleep people falling vast distances and being fine because they're completely limp? That's pretty much what happened. I was in so much surprise at the whole thing that they didn't react until like 3 seconds after I hit the ground. So I was completely fine. It was hilarious, though. My coworkers laughed about it for quite a few days.
That's a riveting story.
I know, right? I could have Kenchi'd myself, but I didn't.
Whoa,
Because
whoa.
your reaction was
whoa.
garbage.
Hold on one damn second. Kenchiing yourself, half the things I hurt myself on are things I intentionally. That's not even better.
So most of that didn't come through. I assume you were bragging about your axe while you were...
I was
injured?
not. Let's
Most of
move
his
on.
injuries are usually intentional in some way. All right, so I guess I'll go.
If you must.
Wow. Wow, I do all this for you, and that's what I get? Fine. See if I get you a birthday present next year.
I said thank you.
So I've been playing Celeste on the Switch. It has a really good platformer with some very interesting writing, but boy, is it difficult.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What was that? Celeste?
Yeah, Celeste. Basic premise is you play this girl named Madeline who needs to climb Celeste Mountain for reasons that she's not being entirely clear on. And she encounters various people on that mountain that reveal more and more about her character. And I think it's very interesting, and I highly recommend it. That being said, I've been playing it throughout this entire podcast on my Switch and dying a lot. I think on one level I got over 200 deaths. It's difficult, but it's also very fun.
So it's kind of a massacre thing? Like Super Meat Boy and such?
Yes.
Yeah, the main mechanics are you can jump and you can air dash once. And the way this game plays with those mechanics is like it keeps adding more and more, and it keeps getting more and more creative. So I'm actually really liking where it's going. Aside from that, I played a little bit of Pillars of Eternity after not playing it forever.
Woo. He's gonna say he
Uh,
hates it now.
okay, this is going to be weird, and this is going to contradict everything I've said about it. but I really like playing it on keyboard and mouse now. I don't know what changed in my brain, but somehow I got over that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play more of it. This is weird.
I've never heard somebody say something so wrong before.
Okay,
Ever.
well, Slicer can shut up. Zero saying he likes a thing that I recommended now, so...
Like, I was playing it on controller, and now playing it on keyboard and mouse, I'm like, yeah, I was missing a lot. It just feels much more awkward, I guess, trying to, like, because, like, actually what happened was I was playing Divinity, and I unplugged, I couldn't get my controller, so Divinity 2, like, keyboard and mouse worked, and I was like, wait, let me try Pillars again, because I was, like, mouse and keyboard, right? And yeah, I'm liking it. I'm realizing the bad mistakes that I made in my last attempt at it, which were going to the castle of the local lord very early
You went there immediately,
getting,
didn't you?
and getting stuck there.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
So now I've learned from my lesson.
Yeah, thing about like that sort of game that's based on like the old Infinity Engine games from like 2000, they did not signpost shit. If you weren't supposed to be in an area, it would tell you by having that area kick your ass. For example, like right after the tutorial in Baldur's Gate, there is a great big map you can explore. It's like a forest. And it says, hey, you should probably stick to the roads. If you go off the roads, you will run into a wolf. That wolf will eat you. Immediately. Well, not immediately. You'll still get to fight it, but it'll probably just fucking kill you. That's the kind of game it is. So
I've been enjoying Pillars quite a lot. I'm playing a wizard, and that's interesting. They've changed a lot with balance patches and everything since I last attempted it. So we'll see where it goes. You know, aside from that, I tried the I mentioned this a long time ago, but the game with the terrible name, Project Octopath Traveler.
What?
oh god, yeah, that is
I tried
the worst.
I tried the demo. I tried the demo on Switch. It is really good. I played. There's 2 playable characters you can go for the demo, and like I really wanted to play an RPG, so I played as the knight character, and the whole crux of his story is he used to be a knight, but he let the king get killed, and he's been disgraced, and now works in a village, just kind of being as the local swordsman who helps train people and the guards and everything. One thing I really like about this game is that you have, like, each character has a path action tied to a button so that you can interact with the world in a different way. And this character can challenge any villager to a duel.
Sounds like a jerk thing to do.
And like, there is dialogue. It's like, oh, you want to train me? Okay, because he trains people. It's like, well, I gotta make sure, I don't know how well I'll do. And then shows you the character and how many stars they have, and the stars are like how difficult they are. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go attack this like random girl and see how well she does in battle. Get some free experience and an item. Or attack this old man. It's challenge them to duels. It's for the sake of training, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, and the writing seems interesting, although from what I hear, the other path that I haven't gone down, the one where you're a prostitute, has actually pretty good writing.
Better.
Involving you, I believe the final boss of that demo is the pimp that you're working with, so...
This sounds a lot like Unrest.
It's on Switch, Project Octopath Traveler. Just try the demo. I think you might like it.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I mentioned we did on last podcast. We talked about SI fix and everything, and I was mentioning it was for a friend. I linked her to the podcast, and she really liked what we had to say. In particular, Casey, your advice of the character is you for like the first minute kind of hit home with her and got her past that rut. So thank you for that.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah. And on an unrelated note, I'm going to try DMing again. It's been years, but I've learned a lot, and so I ordered the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Taldore Campaign Guide.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to try running a game with my friends in a few weeks and see how that goes.
Cool.
Just kind of I think I'm doing it like 100 or 200 years before the Vox Machina story, just so I can get distance and have things be weirder.
Yeah.
So Phantom Flux tabletop win.
Once I actually know how to do tabletop with some experience.
We tried this before.
We tried it before, and it was my first time. It was a mess. But now I'll actually have all the materials I need, so I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah, like last time, well, not last time, but the time before that, Zero asked me to make maps, and they were this MS Paint garbage, because what else was I going to do? So, yeah.
I'm probably still going to make MS Paint garbage maps.
I mean,
but like,
you just throw a hex thing over top of it, you're fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, yes.
So that's what I'm going to do. Because I do not have the patience to design beautiful maps with any sort of assets. What I can do is... he does have patience, yes. Aside from that, watch the latest episode of Critical Role, and it was really good.
I haven't seen it yet, don't spoil. It doesn't come out until
I'm not gonna
later tonight.
I since I have Amazon Prime... Oh, Casey, you have Amazon Prime, right?
I do.
You can subscribe to their channel for free, because you have Twitch Prime by extension.
Really?
Yeah. You just gotta link your accounts. So then you can watch the VODs whenever you want.
I'm going to have to see if I can delete my original Twitch account and start a new one with my actual username.
Yeah, and so you can link it, and then you can... Because I realized that. Because I was paying money to at first. And it's like, oh, wait, no, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Duh.
Cool. That's good to know. Thank you, Zero. You saved me like $3. Or however much equivalent. It's...
Like $5. Yeah. But, yeah, it's a really good episode. And once you actually can see it, I want to talk about it because... things happened. They had the guest character who plays Ezekiel on The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
AKA,
and Cyborg.
AKA
everything.
and Cyborg. I say Walking Dead first because premiere of Walking Dead was last night, which I watched.
That show is still going on.
It's still going on, and I don't know
stop.
why.
Isn't it an embodiment of The Walking Dead?
I feel like it's near ending, and
They
like
killed Carl, so I don't give a shit anymore.
I never watched a single episode and proud of it.
I
Same.
tried
I watched-
the first episode. I didn't like it.
I watch it with my dad because my dad really likes zombie stuff, and so good to hang out with my dad.
Like around the same time The Walking Dead first came out, there was another zombie show that I think was British made, and there was like a zombie in a wheelchair that was interesting. Like a zombie in an actual wheelchair, as in was paraplegic, and so would still just, because it was instinctual, roll the wheels with their arms because wheelchair. Which actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, well, I'm not excited particularly for The Walking Dead and what it's doing. What I am excited for is Westworld, because that's coming back this year, and I
Is it?
really look forward to it.
I honestly
that
thought that
season.
was just going to be a one-season show.
No, they're doing a second season, which, You know what? They did a really good first season. I really want to see what they attempt with the second season.
I mean,
Aside from that,
that's HBO, right? They need something to replace Game of Thrones.
yeah. Aside from that, the only thing worth of note is that Friday is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Friday,
Awesome.
Friday.
So I'll be turning the good old number 23.
I hate you, Rebecca Black. Ruined a day forever.
I got that day off from work, and I'm just gonna have some fun with my family. Have a friend over. Gonna go to Top Golf, which is basically a driving range with points.
Huh. You know
That
what?
sounds pretty fun.
That sounds top.
That was terrible.
Boo.
Also, you can order like food and stuff, and they'll bring it to you, and it's great. So yeah, my birthday coming up soon. I was like, get me Dragon Ball Fighters, please. I don't want to pay for it. And so, my parents are probably gonna get me that. Yay!
So they serve
Then I
food,
can-
huh?
Yeah,
Do
they
they
serve food.
perhaps serve tapas?
Shut up.
You're trying very hard for. a
Also,
joke,
it's
and
in
just
California,
not
so they probably.
Probably do.
Get the feeling if Casey ever had a restaurant, he would just design the whole thing around food puns.
I mean, if you're not doing that, I think it's a failure of a business.
I mean, I would do the same thing, but
Your restaurant would only be in business for like 6 months.
All the prices would be like listed as squid instead of quid. Yeah.
That's a
30
you
squid.
thing, not an us thing. Also, no. People don't like people. When you're hungry, you don't want someone getting cute with your fucking. Give me food, goddammit.
No, you're
Well-
right. Yeah.
Welcome to Casey's restaurant. Here's your food and your list of puns.
Shut the fuck
Enjoy.
up and give me my hamburger, you ass.
No.
Yes. I don't care about whatever
I have
gimmick
to-
the restaurant has. Feed
By
me.
contract, I have to finish this list of puns.
I will.
Okay, here's your hamburger. Feel free to go ham on it.
Depending on what I got on that burger, some of it will be flying at you. Like if there were onions on that burger that I didn't, they'd probably be flying at you at that point.
Anyway.
You look underneath the bun for your hamburger, and on your hamburger there's a picture of a pig. Ham!
In fairness, that is complete bullshit because it's a beef burger. Why are you calling it a hamburger?
I know. It's so
Because it came from Hamburg, Germany. That's why it's called a hamburger.
Yeah, that is true. It did come from Hamburg.
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 Hamburg, you Philistine.
Hamburg.
Goldberg.
The Goldbergs. Watch that show. Feel free to live out your 80s dreams. Why are we still talking?
I don't know.
I don't
done.
know. I stopped like a minute or two ago, and you just kept going.
Let's just go into recommendations, please.
Alrighty. Has anyone got any recommendations?
I have
No, you know better. But Ethan does.
Ethan? You...
All right. So mine is A Devil's Diamond. It's a High School DxD crossover with JoJo Part 4. Casey, don't read it. It spoils.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But yeah,
It might
pretty good.
as well be for Casey Persona 4 and High School DxD.
Oh, shit!
I mean, you're not wrong.
I have to put a kibosh on the recommendations for a little bit because I watched JoJo and I forgot to talk about it.
Oh, well, yeah,
Okay,
talk about
yeah.
it, dumbass.
Fucking...
That's what everyone comes
JoJo Part 2, I watched the whole thing in basically like 2 days, because I
And
watched a few episodes and it was fucking great, so I'm like, alright, I'm freaking watch the rest of it.
see,
And I said it in exactly that tone. So yeah, Joseph Joestar is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right, he is.
He's
I
fucking
want to stop
great.
right now. Hold on. Now I understand when Zero by himself recommends. Be skeptical, but when I co-sign, God damn it, you better take it seriously.
Okay.
That's
So-
all.
I've only posted like 5 different breakdowns of all the JoJo parts throughout the years in the comments.
Yeah, well,
Breakdown.
Right. Yeah,
Anyway.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, you contrarian ass, continue.
the Pillar Men were amazing. As
Mhm.
just
The Aztec fitness gods.
yeah, just as villains of just like completely like almost blue and orange morality kind of like the two it's a little unfair to call them that, but flunky Pillar Men were like
AC/DC.
yeah, AC/DC and
Wow.
Whammo. Like all of them are like hard rock and metal bands, and then you get Wham, fucking George Michael motherfucker. Anyway,
Hey, George Michael was great.
sure. And then he wrote a song about kids having sex and the parents don't care or something. Anyway,
Wake me up before you go, motherfucker.
yeah. So they were kind of interesting and sort of affably evil, and then you get Cars, who's just straight up monstrous in every sense. And yeah, that worked a lot. I really like those characters. Even Cars as one that you just hate, but it's fun to hate. And fucking... oh god. Von Stroheim was quite possibly the standout character of the part, and that makes me really uncomfortable to say and think.
Like, I don't. Like,
Yay, the Nazis
one
are
hand-
coming! Wait.
like, yeah. I mean, on the one hand, they're awful Nazis. On the other hand, this is a threat to all of humanity. So we kind of have to put our differences aside for the moment.
Yeah. I mean, the multinational thing kind of works because a lot of this part takes place in Italy, who don't really give a fuck about the Nazis. They were on the same side. And then you've got Joseph the Englishman, who's just kind of... okay, but...
English American, no less.
Sorry?
English American, no less.
Yeah. And he's sort of... okay. Well, no, blood-wise, he's actually fully British, but I would actually agree with you. And he's kind of... alright, we're on the same side for now, so yeah, sure, let's just go with it. Von Stroheim, we're fucking cool for the time being. And... yeah, that's... yeah. Like... oddly enough, it came out with the message that more or less people are people, which is a good message to have.
Yeah.
Like, there
I
are
know.
reasons to fight, and yes, there are reasons to fight and die for, but that doesn't mean you have to hate everyone for it.
Part 2 is hands down one of my favorite parts. There's just a lot that it does right, and in regards to that, like, the whole... and writing aside, the whole idea of Haman being more used and explored, like, it was introduced in part 1, and part 2 we get to see what else can it do. Then in the next part, that's when they introduce stands, and in part 4, that's when it's like, now let's take this to a step up and see what else we can do with these.
Yeah. And I just want to point out, so I love this part. I'm just going to say I love this part and just kind of move on because this podcast has gone on a little longer than we usually do. And just point out, the epilogue of it says von Stroheim died in the Battle of Stalingrad, which makes me think, Von Stroheim was fucking badass and damn near unkillable. How badass were the Russians? Holy shit!
Yeah, I know, right? Oh.
What was the name of that Russian sniper, the White Death?
I don't think he was Russian. I think he was Swedish.
He was Finnish.
No,
He was Finnish.
Yeah, and I think he was in World War One as well, not two. But that's
Never mind, ignore me.
it's all
It
right.
was just two.
The most terrifying thing about Russia was it just kept sending more men.
Yeah. Eventually, he had to run out of bullets for his machine gun torso. So, yeah.
But then he could pinch them like he planned on doing to cars to restrain him.
Yeah.
So that was an amazing show, and I'm glad it continues to do the whole Black Velvet painting style of, like, disinterest in realistic colors and just whatever we feel like the color needs to be for the sake of atmosphere, we'll fucking have that. I still love that. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It only gets better in part 4. That's the ultimate for that.
And part 3 will start in Japan, but they'll do a whole globe-trotting adventure. Part 4 is localized in a small town in Japan, but it's really well done and really well executed. And then part 5 takes place in Italy.
And finally, the intro is great. For the intro, I listened to the full version, and after the first chorus, it does a breakdown into some fucking freeform jazz shit that sounds god-awful. So if I ever download that song, I'm probably just going to edit that whole section out and just have the actual song. Yeah.
I'd also recommend a cover that Musco X has on his channel.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a Eurobeat version of it.
Yeah, so that's all I got for that. So that was really good, and now that I've talked about it on the podcast, I can watch part 3. Because I didn't want to push forward with that until I'd actually talked about the stuff.
It's a very different part. I wouldn't say any two parts are necessarily the same. So
well, that's not a bad thing. The first part was kind of garbage. So
yeah, that is true. I really don't like the first part for a lot of reasons, but
I appreciate it for what it was.
Yeah, you can appreciate it in hindsight for what it was and what it was.
First 3
at the
episodes
time
were
it came
good.
out.
The rest of it was just wanking.
Yeah,
The manga was heavily inspired by Fist of the North Star, and so that bleeds through really heavily.
Yeah, so that's JoJo for this week, and next week we will probably have JoJo Part 3, because that's apparently how this is working, and I just really want to watch the next part. Yes, you got me, fine, whatever. Shut up.
No.
Oh, I forgot to mention that Hamilton is still non-stop.
It's non-stop.
Gosh, they freaking released a Critical Role version of the
They did do
Hamilton
that.
soundtrack,
They did do that.
and I'm listening to it all the time now, and
I'm kind of stuck between the cringe of, ooh, this is a fan project doing Hamilton cover of role-playing game, ooh, but also the fact that I listened to the first minute or so and it's actually pretty good. So as soon as I get over that first part, I can enjoy it with the second.
it's actually pretty good. There are some really killer songs on there. There are some not so great ones, but yeah,
That's true of
good.
Hamilton itself as well.
Yeah, that's my recommendation. Is go listen to the Vox Mach.
My recommendation is listen to the original Hamilton and then maybe check out the Vox Machina one.
Yeah, no, listen to the original and then listen to the fan one if you're a fan of Critical Role, because they cover the whole Conclave arc.
So can I finish up my recommendation?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
So yeah, High School DxD X JoJo Part 4. Pretty fun. They're having a lot of fun blending the two worlds, even coming up with some original stands. And best part so far, JoJo hasn't become a devil. They're like 27 chapters in. It's implied that he may choose to at some point, but it's not just your average somebody dies, get brought back as a devil.
Always nice when they make it a choice instead of just, hey, you're a slave now. Okay, great. Thanks.
And this is Josuke, right, from part 4.
Yep, Josuke Higashikata.
Okay, so he has his stand?
Yeah, he's got Crazy Diamond.
Awesome. Okay, that's all I need to know.
And I think Issei has basically taken over for, oh god, why am I blanking on his name? That's not good.
Shuichi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that makes
Okuyasu
sense.
is in it, and that's great.
Yep. Okuyasu is great. So, these are names that won't make sense to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also, I should mention, as kind of a hook, the latest chapter has introduced stands from other parts, and they brought in a fucking ringer. That's all.
Oh yeah, you mentioned, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Other parts, if they're going, okay, there's some very crazy stands that would really screw with that world. So
they took it from both.
I think you said in the public Discord that they, let's say, go big with it.
Yeah, you could say.
If you take anything from part 5, it's going to be part 5 stands are pretty insane. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Anyone else?
You know I don't have it.
You've already said, we get it, you're lame. Next.
Well, what's yours then, Mr. Smartass, Mr. I?
Well,
No,
I said I had
question.
one last week, and I happen to have one this week, because I can actually get it, my fucking everything now.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear yours. Zero, what's yours?
So, my recommendation, because Kenshi has forgotten that I'm the host and can shut anyone up at my whim, is called Stallion of the Line. It is a Ranma One Piece crossover.
Wild Stallions.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes, is actually pretty close to what Luffy would probably have as his motto, so yeah. I think it could fit. Anyway, yeah, so it's your fairly standard character from one story gets inserted into the protagonist of another story, but not in the gay way. Sorry, joke had to be made. And yeah, basically powers himself up and then meets all the crew and does the What's interesting about it is he actually spends time to develop how the situations would go differently with an actual different character in the driver's seat. So, you know, the thing with Shanks in the very beginning of the story goes completely differently. Shanks doesn't lose his arm, for example, which people seem to demand happen in every One Piece story, even when it doesn't make sense. And then meeting all the different crew members happens differently. They interact differently because the characters are, etc., etc. Like, it's not particularly married to canon in any specific way. For example, Usopp doesn't join the crew at all. They skip his island entirely. Do you want to know where he does go?
Where?
He joins Buggy's crew.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Link me this fic right now.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good one just for the sake of, hey, someone actually did the storyline somewhat similarly, but actually made significant and worthwhile differences, like right from the very beginning.
Oh my gosh, that word count.
Yep. Apparently this was a Patreon post originally, and then he decided to move it on to the fanfiction site. So
I don't know how people can write that much.
Yeah.
Why do you write like you're running out of time?
It so far has gotten... it's just about to get to Jaya, so it's pretty far in as well. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Anyone else got anything?
Yeah, since my connection seems to have finally stabilized. Basic Harry Potter fic named Trouble. It's 95,000 words, 19 chapters, written by the girl with far too many ideas. Harry is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The Dursleys call him a troublemaker, so he becomes a petty criminal, basically.
Makes sense.
Goes in and out of
Reasonable
juvenile
outcome to
hall
that.
as a child. Makes a bunch of friends in juvenile hall, juvie, whatever. It's actually not too different from canon. Like, canon things still happen, but Harry is much more, I don't know, he's much more able to think outside the box and just kind of get through the solution without being the hero, pretty much. It's quite nice. It's maybe not as, I don't know, original as some of the stuff you guys have already suggested, but it's a pretty good read.
So I see you got a Taylor Swift song stuck in my head, and I don't appreciate it. Just wanted to.
I don't even know how I did that.
As soon as you said it was called Trouble, that was all it took.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
Right.
not his
Okay, fair
fault.
enough.
That's bullshit. That's not his fault.
It's totally
God,
his
my
fault.
niece's Taylor Swift stage was fucking awful.
Is she still in it? Because that could be a
No.
nightmare made manifest.
No, I fixed her and gave her my musical tastes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Good show. Unlike Taylor Swift. So, anyone else got any recommendations?
I
That's a
have
big
nothing.
old silence.
Yeah, I haven't, aside from that, I really haven't read much this week, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing for me.
Okay. Cool beans. So, I guess that's an episode. So,
I look forward to watching myself.
yeah. Where was I going with this?
Thank
Outro,
you.
probably. Thanks for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 210. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel, through the comments, or through a public Discord that exists. It's fun. We just posted a bunch of fucking broken bone emotes for some reason, and I'm sure everyone that listens to this episode will get it by now.
Yeah, I was freaking out of the chat, by the way.
Yeah. So, please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. We very much appreciate it. And once again, thanks for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast.
210.
I just learned that SpongeBob is supposed to be canceled on Thursday. For like the third time. SpongeBob will never die, though. That's its cruel fate.
I mean, it's Sponge. It doesn't really die, so that makes sense.
Tell that to Australia.
Oh.
Too soon.
Is it, though? Because we know it's been done. Yeah, okay.
Everything dies in Australia.
Bit of a
Yeah.
slow death, but I mean, you know, whatever.
No, everything doesn't die in Australia. Everything is poisonous in Australia. Everything can kill you in Australia.
Yeah, so everything dies.
Things that kill you don't die.
Game of Thrones
Sometimes
catchphrase.
they die to other things.
Woo. I'm not
What is
gonna try
dead
to
may
guess this
never die.
Shut up, Zero.
We should probably end this episode. We keep doing this.
shit. Oh no. Oh right, wasn't someone that just completely stopped listening to the episode as soon as I start doing the intro? Because like, I don't care
yeah.
about
There's
the
some
rest of it.
people. This is a bonus for those other people who are like, "Hey, there's
Wait.
2 minutes after the credits."
Aren't
What?
Wasn't it
This is
Ethan?
supposed to be beneficial.
Ethan, wasn't
I
it
don't
you
think
that
so,
said
because I
that?
always listen to these.
Oh, okay. Someone said that.
It could have been other Ethan.
No, I don't think so. It was
This is
someone in
not-
the Discord.
This does not count as a bonus. Bonuses are supposed to be beneficial.
This is just detrimental to your
Any
health.
more
Stop.
time spent listening to my beautiful voice is beneficial.
This did not enrich anyone's life in any way or form. Turn this off already.
I have my finger on the disconnect right now.
Phantom Flux Anime Girl story. That's what's been going on in the public Discord.
What the what?
Oh yeah.
Did you not read all that?
They went through, and Casey was the freaking tsundere.
Kenji's a
And-
Genki girl.
Oh god, am I Issei?
You're the lesbian.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Wait, so you're saying he's Chizuru? Is that who he is? Yeah, okay. I can actually see that now that you say it. Yeah.
I think I was the one that suggested that.
I'm okay with this.
Alright. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.